What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Happy New Year. I am Matt from SB Fishing TV, and today we stopped by Angler's Choice's shop in Martinsville on my way to Texas and figured this would be an awesome time to talk about a few different winter baits that I just picked up for my trip, but that will also work literally all over the country. First and foremost, all of these baits are available over at acmtackle.com. If you check that out, Angler's Choice just launched their new website about a month ago, and it's been amazing. Some of the very hard to find baits are on there, and again, everything you see here is available on acmtackle.com. So don't forget to click the link down in the description below. But first things first, we're going to take a look at these A-rigs because people have been catching double-digit bass on A-rigs every single day down in Texas, which is kind of why I'm heading down that way. But I picked up two of the Hog Farmer Tactical Bassin A-rigs. One is the smaller of the two. I guess they call it the mini flex rig. Both of these have a very good record on them. A lot of people like to throw them. They're super strong, they're built really well, and they look really good in the water. So for these A-rigs, I picked up a couple different kinds of heads. I got the 6 cents 1/8 ounce jig heads, which I always rig up on the outside of the Alabama rig, and I'll usually go with a heavier 1/4 or 1/2 ounce on that center arm. To go along with, or to complete the Alabama rig, obviously you're going to need some swim baits on there, and I picked up a handful of different Kitex. I like to put the smaller ones on the outside, the 3.3s, or in the instance of the Tactical Bassin Alabama rig, they have the teaser rigs up on top. So that's where these small ones are going to go, and then the 3 larger on the bottom. I picked up a couple different sizes though. I got 3/8s, 3.3s, and then 4.3s. Generally, these are going to be the bigger bait with the hooks in the back or on that center rig. So that just about rounds up some of the A-rig stuff, but another one going right along with the jig heads is going to be just throwing a single jig head with a swim bait on it. That's huge in the winter. I think that it is probably one of the most killer ways to catch them. Again, something that works all around the country, and especially if you're going with the live scope game, it's a phenomenal way to get them to eat. Moving on from the swim baits and the Alabama rig, we've picked up a couple of different jerk baits here. So I've got the Shimano World Diver. I picked up 2 of these, one in the Pro Blue and one with a black back, but both translucent. I like throwing these in cleaner water. You can still get away with throwing them in dirtier water, but what I really like about these baits is this flash boost technology. So it has a mirrored foil sitting in the middle of it. And when you're twitching the bait back to the boat and you give it that pause, that mirrored foil is just shimmering. It looks so good, and I was somewhat not much of a believer until the first time I threw it and caught an almost 8-pounder. So it made me believe. I really think it's an awesome looking bait, and I wanted to get the deeper diving version. I've only used the World Minnow and not the diving minnow. This one's gonna get you down, I wanna say 8 to 10 feet, whereas the World Minnow is only 5 to 6. So when we're out chasing bait fish around in Texas, I want something that'll get a little bit deeper. To go along with the 2 Shimano World Divers, I've got a 110 plus 1, and I also got a Jackal re-range. So I would say that the 110, either the normal 110, the plus 1, or the plus 2, probably the most common jerk bait that's being thrown around right now. So I like to switch it up and throw things like the Jackal re-range that just has a different sound or look in the water. And beyond that, it's so much fun to cast. Like when you cast this thing, it sounds like a shotgun is going off because of the weight transfer system. Really, really neat. So that's it for the jerk baits. This is the Demiki Vault, which has become very popular lately, so I've learned today. So I was told to pick one up and try it out, and I'll definitely be throwing this around a bit if the bite is really tough. It's awesome to throw around giant bait balls, or if you see fish that are just kind of stacked up on the bottom or piled up together, it's a great way to catch them. That just about rounds out all the baits that I just picked up. All of these, again, are available over at acmtackle.com, so don't forget to check that out. And now I gotta hit the road, going to Texas, so I hope you guys are looking forward to the Texas videos. Wish me luck, and we'll see you guys next week.